Hello, Wileys World watchers. I'm standing here in Times Square in New York City.
Welcome to New York City!
Many people call this place the center of the universe, and I can tell why. The flashing lights, the cars zooming by, and the thousands and thousands of people who come here each year. This place is phenomenal. The word phenomenal means one of a kind or unique. Can you think of a phenomenal place? Well, if you can't, don't worry about it, because I'm going to take you to some phenomenal places in and around New York City. So if you're ready for an adventure, let's hop on the subway and take off.
What's black and red and has white spots all over it?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but it's crawling up your neck.
If you could meet anyone in the world, they would come to your house, spend some time with you, who would that be and why?
My grandfather.
Your grandfather? Where is he? Or is he still alive?
No, he passed away when I was born.
Oh, so you
I
never
never
got to meet him.
him.
Oh. What would you say to him? What would you tell him?
I would ask how my dad was when he was little, because my dad's always talking to me like, I never did that.
You don't believe the stories?
So I would ask for proof, and when he found out that he was gonna die, how did he feel about it and everything?
And how did it react? So he knew, so he was sick or something.
Because he died of old age. So.
What age was he?
He was 98.
Wow.
That's probably one of my goals in life, to live to be 100.
And how can you do that? Eat healthy. What else could you do?
Stay happy.
Yoga.
Happy, good attitude, yoga, so some exercise. Any other tips for living a long, strong life?
You have to be relaxed and you have to exercise.
Don't do anything
Dangerous.
artificial, those steroids or anything.
Yes, things that can really harm your body.
Yeah.
Hey, I just heard a rumor. Patrick? Looks like a potato. Hey, I just heard a rumor. I think it was, Pedro? Smells like a tomato. I am Pedro.
Brought to you by Un Tomate, cologne for men.
Ooh, that's saucy. NotebookBabies.com.
Movers and shakers.
One of the most exciting things about being in New York City is that many celebrities or famous people live here or have lived here in the past. Sometimes you can even run into one by just walking down the street. But if you want to make sure you see a famous person during your visit to New York City, I recommend you go to one of my favorite places, Madame Tussauds Wax Museum, located right here on 42nd Street. This museum contains over 200 wax figures of famous actors, athletes, pop stars, politicians, and historical figures. There's even a wax figure of Madame Tussauds herself. So let's go inside and see what famous movers and shakers we can run into. And look who we have here, our new president, President Barack Obama. Nice to meet you, Mr. President. And this is a replica or copy of the desk that President Obama sits in the Oval Office in the White House. It is here that he signs bills into laws. Now, if you could convince him to pass any law, what might that be? Maybe a longer summer vacation? What do you think?
Sometimes when I need to tie my shoe and I make the loop and I put it around, then it's a little hole and I put it in and then it makes another loop. Sometimes it's too small, so I just need to make another loop and then put it through and make the hole bigger, and then I can fit the other lace through.
So what did the porcupine say to the cactus? I mean, what did...
Wait, can we do it again?
What did the porcupine say to the cactus?
What did the porcupine say to the cactus?
Is that you, Mommy?
So I make the loop, and then there's a little hole, and I put the other lace around the loop, put it through the hole, and then pull it tight.
Why did the cookie go to the doctor?
Why?
Because it was feeling crummy.
What? I pull it tight, then cross it, then pull it tight, then make a loop, and then I take the other lace and then wrap it around the loop and push it through this little hole.
Why does a ghost go into a bar?
I don't know. Why does a ghost go into a bar?
To get his booze.
Because I have a book that teaches you how to tie your shoes, but it teaches you the hard way, where you make 2 loops, and I never could get it, but then when I was trying the easy way one day, Daddy said, "Where's the loop?" and then I got it.
How do you catch a squirrel?
I don't know how.
You climb up the tree and act like a nut.
Not just like yesterday, it wasn't this month, but it was like towards the beginning of 2009.
Why was the elephant so sad after his vacation?
I don't know. Why?
Because the airline lost his trunk.
Ugh.
Tie. Untie.
Untie? Why do that? But okay.
What are you reading?
Hi, I'm Christina Cho from Tenafly, New Jersey. If you're looking for an amazing book to read this summer, I recommend Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. It's about a little girl named Alice who sees this white rabbit wearing a coat run by, and she decides to follow him. And then suddenly she tumbles down a rabbit hole, and that's where her amazing adventure begins. Alice meets really odd characters while she's down there, like the Cheshire Cat, the Queen of Hearts, and Mad Hatter. I mean, I love this book so much, I couldn't turn the pages fast enough to figure out what happens to Alice, and neither will you. I hope you love it.
10 jumping jacks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
5 push-ups. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Behind me is one of the most famous landmarks in the world, the Statue of Liberty. The statue was a gift to the United States from the country of France, and it symbolizes the liberties or freedoms we enjoy as U.S. citizens. This statue was so massive that it was sent to the U.S. in 214 different crates and had to be put together like a jigsaw puzzle. It's also so big that one of the statue's fingers is 8 feet long, its mouth is 3 feet wide, and its nose is 4 feet long. Can you imagine the size of Kleenex you need to blow that nose? The outside of this statue is made of copper, which is brownish in color. So you're probably wondering why the statue is green. You see, when copper is exposed to air for a long period of time, it oxidizes or turns the greenish color that you see. If you come to New York City, you can actually climb inside the statue. It takes about 350 steps to get to the top, but the view is well worth the effort. Well, we've had an exciting but exhausting day here in the Big Apple, and I've shown you some truly phenomenal sights. Speaking of phenomenal, the building behind me dates back to colonial times, which is hundreds of years ago. And it's surrounded by some of the most modern skyscrapers in the world. It's this mix of the old and the new that makes New York so special. I really hope you get a chance to come here someday and see the sights that I've shown you, along with many others. And remember, as I always say, the world is just a giant playground. Enjoy.
Next week, Wiley goes to Israel.
Shalom, Wileys World watchers.
Wileys World!